And now, News 4's Weather Extra with Chief Meteorologist David Paul.
Welcome into Weather Extra on the Cinco de Mayo. Meteorologist Ryan Duggar along my side. Have you had any Mexican food yet today?
I did have some tortilla chips along with some Moe's queso, and that was delicious. Thank you, Cassidy, for giving me the rest of yours. But yeah, I hope everyone got to get some deals out there today.
Yeah, it's a good day. You know, some people sit outside on the patios and enjoy the weather and some good food and drink, and it was a good day for that as well. No severe weather over the weekend, which was great. Some rainfall. And if you go back over the past month or so, severe weather in our area has been kind of hard to come by. Yeah, it's been good news.
Yeah, the last event that we really were tracking was April 7th, and that was for more of our northern counties too. But yeah, pretty quiet overall.
Yeah, let's take a look back at the season so far with meteorologist Zach Webster.
Late winter and early spring is normally a pretty active time for us as far as severe weather goes across our region. However, 2025 has gotten off to a fairly quiet start. Just 61 total severe weather reports across our region so far this year. We had 38 of those in Alabama, 17 in Florida, and 6 storm reports over in Georgia. Coffee, Geneva, and Houston County, the most active counties as far as storm reports go in Alabama. Jackson County seen 7 storm reports over in Florida. Early County leading the way in Georgia with 3 of them. It's been a pretty quiet season so far, and it's also been a very, very quiet last several weeks as well. Going back over the past 4 weeks, back to April 7th, we have only seen 1 single storm report since April 7th, and April normally a very, very active month for us across the southeast as far as severe weather and as far as tornadoes go. However, this April, far from it. Again, just the 1 single severe weather report anywhere in our region since April 7th. That was a 1-inch size hail report that was made in Houston County out around Rehoboth on April 27th.
That's the upside of going through a dry stretch this time of year, because it is peak severe weather season in April, and we didn't have much rainfall, but that means we didn't have much severe.
Yeah, that high pressure that really sat over Florida and extended into our region really provided more of that stable air. Some spotty showers and thunderstorms were able to mix in, but they just didn't have the energy to build into something even bigger.
And we're getting into that time of year where the severe weather typically shifts west and northwest of us. So let's go through time. Again, we have that area of low pressure in the atmosphere over the Four Corners region. That will be moving eastward as we go through time, and that will bring some energy into our area. That first piece comes in as we head through, well, tomorrow night into Wednesday, and then during the day, Wednesday late, there could be a few more showers and storms out there, but kind of watching another round coming in on Thursday, and then as we go into the end of the week on Friday, another round. That may be primarily morning to midday on Friday, not so much by later in the day. We'll watch these impulses, though. Saturday, I think this model run is underdoing that potential because that upper level energy just kind of lingers right there over us.
Yeah, we were talking about these cutoff lows last week and what they can do. Really provides disturbed weather throughout much of the day, which is, hey, if it provides more of that rain, we definitely need it little by little for sure.
Rain with no severe weather, that would be ideal. And here's a look at the accumulated supercell composite parameter over the next week or so. The bullseye in Texas, a lot of severe weather a possibility there. Some along the Gulf Coast, but generally kind of shifting off to the west and northwest of us as we go into that following week. So not much of a chance of any significant weather here at home, and that is some good news.
Yeah, for sure. And the more that stays out to the west, you know, I actually did some storm chasing out there, and it's very interesting how in Texas you can get a pattern of each day some of the same areas. But yeah, for us, it's going to likely be pretty quiet, or it usually is this time of year.
It usually is, yeah. But some rainfall is coming our way. We're going to break down some of those totals coming up next.
And now, News 4's Weather Extra.
Welcome back to Weather Extra. Okay, you saw the rain chances coming up here as we go through, well, beginning tomorrow night, all the way through the weekend, and maybe into Monday of next week. And fingers crossed, between now and, say, a week from now, we may see a few inches in spots.
Hey, that is some great news. And yeah, if we can get even some locally heavy downpours, I mean, that's really going to help the soil, which is in desperate need of some rain.
I was digging a hole yesterday to plant something, and you get down below that little layer of moist at the top. It's bone dry down there, but this would help. So this is using the European model going out through Saturday, this Saturday at 5 p.m. And it's cranking out over 2 inches in Dothan, over 2 inches in Crestview, 1.5 inches or so in Troy, over that in Panama City. I would take that, even though there's more showing up in this model to the west of us. 1.5 to 2.5 inches of rain, bring it.
Yeah, bring it as well. And I can see a little bit more of that rain farther off to the west there, but I still think we could have some pretty good chances of getting some good stuff over here, like you say.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the GFS ensembles. So a bunch of different runs here of the GFS put together into just one depiction of the atmosphere. And this one also showing generally 1.5 to 2 inches of rain in our area, more of a bullseye back to the west of us. Some areas maybe inch and a half southward, but hey, again, 1.5 inches of rainfall between now and Saturday at 5 p.m. I'll take it.
Yeah, and what I like about this is that it's really honing in right where the European model is at. So when you have this agreement like that, that's some good news. It's closer to what could be playing out. For sure.
So that you, without even trying, you are now sequencing into our next image here. Because when there's agreement in the modeling, your confidence as a forecaster is higher. When you see this, beware. This is the GFS model, the Global Forecast System, the American model, from this morning's run showing a developing tropical system in the Caribbean on Saturday, May 17th. And then it revs it up, brings it up there through Cuba and up into the Atlantic as what could be a strong tropical storm or a hurricane May 21st. Will that verify? Probably not. It probably will not happen. We're trying to think of an acronym for the GFS.
Yes, we were. Yeah,
good for something.
Yeah,
but not for forecasting.
Sometimes I think we were seeing for G, it would be garbage, and then it would go into some other letters there. So that's kind of what we talk about. We really depend, especially on the AI European model. That's always really good.
And let me show you this. So if you see this on social media, the GFS, someone posting something 12, 14 days out, disregard it. The black line is the GFS model over the past month, and this is just basically accuracy. It's at the lower end of the scale. It's below the red line. The red line is that European model. That European model is better than that GFS model. And check this out, going back decades, the top performer, the red line, that's the European model. The GFS, the black one, disregard these two. The black line right there, it's basically the worst of these 4 long-range models. And you mentioned that AI European model, that's even better than the GFS as well. So the GFS will spin up these phantom tropical systems. Don't put a lot of stock.
Exactly. The more you see on social media, definitely kind of disregard that, and we'll be sure to give you the latest updates.
Yeah, more hurricane information coming your way tomorrow night right here on News 4. Good night.